When I was 11 years old, my mom, our dog Lucy, and I went out for a walk in the afternoon. It was late summer or fall. We lived along Route 9 in Reedsboro back then, and that time of year the state would do brush cutting along the shoulder of our road. On our way home, I was playing around and I fell, which kicked up some of the branches that had been cut down, and one of them had a cocoon stuck to it. I didn't want to leave it on the ground, so I asked my mom if I could keep it, and she let me. And I spent the afternoon online tying up our phone because we had dial-up back then. And after some reading, I decided the best thing I could do was to fill up a jar that I had with sand and set the cocoon and the branch inside. I looked after it all winter. I put little pieces of moss in the jar, I guess to make it feel more comfortable. And at one point I had to cover it with foil and poke little holes in the top to keep my cat out of the jar because she was very interested. I was a little concerned that the cocoon was empty because it's very hard to tell either way without cutting them open, and I didn't want to do that. But I was worried that it was going to be embarrassing to just have an empty cocoon sitting in my room for like an undefined period of time. But by the spring, about 6 months later, all my attention paid off, and one morning I woke up and there was a giant silk moth finally hatched sitting on the edge of the jar. I set it outside so that it could stretch its wings and leave on its own whenever it was ready. I checked on it a couple of times that day, and another silk moth showed up in the afternoon and they sat together until the sunset. I never got to see them again, obviously, after they flew away, but I still think of them from time to time, and I always keep my eye out for more cocoons to take home.